Hi, my name is Henry, and in this video, I'm super excited to be chatting with my friend Phoebe about her experience working in consumer goods product marketing. And make sure to watch till the very end because she'll share some tips on how you can do customer research more effectively. Also, make sure to smash the like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get started. First, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Phoebe. I'm a product marketing manager right now at Ergo Baby. And if you're not familiar with Ergo Baby, it's a baby products company, and we're most known for our baby carriers. Our current products include baby carriers, strollers, nursing pillows to sleep products. It includes both soft goods and also hard goods as well.
How did you break into product marketing? How did you end up here?
My journey has been kind of exploring and discovering what I like. In college, I did not know about product marketing. I didn't know I wanted to do product marketing. In fact, I started as an undecided major and just, figured out, what do I not like? What do I like? And that kind of led me to a business administration degree at USC. And so there I found out that I liked marketing. So there's one pivotal class that I took in my senior year, and that was the practicum for new product development. And that class involved engineers and design students along with marketing students. And what our task was for the whole project was to do some research, design, build sprinkler system controller. And my role there really was doing consumer research, understanding from home buyers why they liked or did not like their controller, and then bring that insight to the engineer and design students to inform them of features and eventually create a go-to-market plan. So it was really exactly what a product marketing manager does, but I did not know it back then. But I knew that I really loved that class. For my first job, I actually started at a research company called LRW. And so at LRW, I was able to get some experience of just working on all types of research projects for really large corporations, everything from segmentation, from focus groups on how consumers buy or shop in store. But one thing I knew just from my time there, it was always doing the research and making recommendations, but I could never see the recommendations through. And so I was really curious to see what it would be like to provide that recommendation and then actually see a recommendation through. And so that's how I kind of landed at Ergo Baby, where I started as associate product marketing manager. And then after gaining some more experience, I'm now managing my own product lines as well.
So what's it like working at a consumer goods company?
So there's definitely a lot of challenges and rewarding aspects as well. I think what's challenging for our target audience is because we're working with families and we're working with them, really targeting them from the 0 to 4 years old age, our consumer always changes. And that's a good thing and a bad thing in terms of it's good because if we mess up on something, we can change the messaging and we get a new, fresh group of parents. But that also requires us to constantly having to message and educate a new group of parents and families as well. Also, because we're working with tangible goods, there's a lot more complexity in terms of involving with costs, like product costs and margins. Taking feedback from the consumer and actually making that change in a product also takes time because there's just a longer lead time there. But I would say it's so rewarding working at Ergo Baby because having a baby is one of the life-changing moments in someone's life. And to be able to support that indirectly through a baby carrier, I think is so rewarding. We actually started a buyback program called Everlove, where we buy back parents' old baby carriers and then repurpose them and then make them available to families at a lower price. And so what we found is parents don't want to let go of their baby carrier because there's so much emotional attachment to that one object. Because of what it means for them during that period of their life, even if baby has already outgrown the baby wearing age. So I think it's so rewarding hearing that this one product has so much impact on a family's life.
So what does your day-to-day look like?
My day-to-day really depends on where we are on the project in terms of launching or we've already launched. So for a project that I'm in development, for example, this last month, I'm working on consumer user testing. So running that and getting that feedback to the team. I'm also working with the design team to say, okay, these are the features that we want to make sure we get. How can we adjust it to make sure the experience with the consumer is easy to use? I'm also preparing for like a refresh for one of my existing products, and that's really like launching new colorways, and also continue to support the products that I've already launched. So if something isn't working well, understanding, okay, what are our consumers saying about this product? How can we adjust it, either through the product itself or through messaging and marketing, and then working with the cross-functional teams to execute on that.
What has been your favorite product marketing project?
That would probably be the most recent product I launched, which is the Heirloom baby carrier. It was a challenge because we had a technology, or the design team had a technology that they found and were exploring. So it's like basically like a 3D knitting. And what the technology can do is basically knit shape, form, different textures, different knitting in one go. And so within one panel of, like, say, fabric, you can get like a perforated area, you can get a more structured area, you can get shape. And so we had that technology, but we wanted to apply it to a baby carrier. But the problem was, like, how do we talk about it? How do we actually do it so that in a meaningful way for our consumers? And early on, we did a lot of consumer research, qualitative work, and just asked them, okay, this is this fabric. What are your reactions to it? And what we actually found out was what consumers cared about in a shoe, they actually cared a lot also in a baby carrier. And so that's kind of how that was informing our product positioning. So we talked about ultimate fit, we talked about lightweightness, we talked about built-in airflow, and that was all translated into comfort for the consumer. So that was what was meaningful actually to the consumer. That's what we went forward with. We launched Heirloom earlier this year with that product positioning, and it's been doing very well. And for me, it's really cool to be part of a team that's like the first baby carrier brand to launch this kind of product.
What did you enjoy the most doing within that project?
Oh, there's a lot of things, but one thing that comes to mind is taking insights to inform a feature and working with a designer to make it happen. For example, we found out during the user testing period that consumers love a pocket, but the pocket that we had on our sample, our prototype, wasn't working for them. The profile of our carrier was very sleek, but we had to fit a large and secure product onto that carrier without making it look too bulky. And so it was just presenting this need to the designer and collaborating with them, like, how can we do this? Can we like put it here? Can we put it there? Can we do this? Can we do that? And so I was so excited when I saw what the designers came up with, because I think I love it. And so I think that was really fun to be able to present the need from the consumer and then working with the design team to actually make it happen.
What's the process for you when it comes to getting customer insights?
Yeah, so I think it first depends on what the need is, whether it's like a business need or understanding a consumer. I think that is first, for me, outlining what the objectives are in running that research. Then it's usually understanding kind of who you want to talk to, the sampling. Then from there, you can create like an outline of what topics you want to make sure you cover. And then in terms of either qualitative or quantitative, that also depends on what type of research you're trying to get. If you want to be more exploratory, and that's usually more qualitative in terms of being able to talk to a consumer and asking them drill down questions. For example, maybe I have like a new product. I know nothing about the consumer's thoughts on this, I'll do a focus group, show it to them, and actually just ask follow-up questions. So that's one aspect for qualitative. And for quantitative, that's usually when you want to go for a much larger sample to make sure that what you know is actually accurate. For example, in the qualitative aspect, if you found out that parents, they love the comfort, they love the lightweightness of a product, they love breathability, but maybe you don't know what the priority of that is. Maybe you don't know how much parents care for comfort or versus breathability. Then you can put that into a quantitative survey and ask them, what features are most important to you? And maybe pick the top 3. And from there, you'll then see, okay, X% of parents care about comfort as within their top 3 features, or 12% care about a sustainable, eco-friendly product. And using that data then to inform your feature sets or inform your messaging as well.
What advice do you have for someone who's looking to break into product marketing?
The top things for me were being analytical. So being comfortable with data, especially consumer data, if you want to go into consumer products. It's finding those projects where you can practice that. Practice doing surveys or analyzing data and translating that into insights. The second aspect, I think, would be just be organized or have project management skills. I think a lot of my role is like creating timelines, making sure everyone is on track to deliver or something. And so I think that's a very important skill to learn, and something that, frankly, you can learn no matter in whatever role you're in right now. And then the last thing that I've actually started practicing is just pay attention to what other companies are doing, especially if they have a strong product marketing department. So like if it's a consumer product that just came out, like look at the product positioning and see what they call out there. What features are they talking about? And just trying to think about, okay, like how might they have gotten to that? I found that as a product marketing manager very exciting to do. And I think very helpful to learn in terms of knowing how to present something to a consumer in a clear way.
Well, that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much for sharing about your experience in consumer product marketing.
Yeah, of course. This was actually fun.